Hello guys and welcome to the first game of week 3 of the BBOL Little League. Today we have NickJ versus MeekyMoMo. Before we start the game, I just wanted to mention, if you do want your games recording, if you don't want your games commentating on, by all means send me a quick message. Preferably record your game. I can do it via live, but one, if I do that, I'm going to already see your game, which kind of removes the point of doing like a live commentary. And two, the quality, it's pretty rough. If you look at my very first one in week 1, that was done live, and you can see that it's a bit laggy and the sound's a bit funny. I've had to like mess about with it a bit and make it work. So if you do want to commentate, I will commentate on anything you send me, assuming it's a game. I don't want to commentate on you like having your tea. So yeah, preferably send me a season game. That'd be good. But apart from that, if you send me it, I'll do a commentary on it. So let's go ahead and get started. Nick was nice enough to send me the footage. He's also made this nice little backdrop, so by all means we'll keep this on. So Kenny Lofton up first for Baltimore Orioles. He's going to hit the floor. Kenny's going to run for it. He's going to get there. Nick, big arm, but not going to stop Kenny from getting to first. Kenny is a bit of a demon when it comes to getting on those bases, so we're going to have to look out for that. Might have a bit of issue here with Luan, because Luan does not have a great arm. And that's a strike from Luan. Cal, very consistent. One of my favourite players. It's not bad, but it will be out. Derek might get the grab. Nope, going to miss it. I think if he left a little bit earlier, he might have been able to get to that one. But it's also Derek, so maybe. Possible. That's going to be a ball. Kenny's going to give it a go. Kenny just gets there. If Jeff was actually sitting on base, might have been a bit closer. Nick, of course, huge arm. Speaking of huge arms, Tony Del Vecchio is up. Kenny sitting on second. The Orioles currently 0-2. So getting a win here would be a great little leveler, just as we get into trade week. The White Sox currently on 2-0. Really building some tempo here if they manage to go 3-0. Lulu throwing out some toxicity. Big hit by Tony. Ashley is there. And the Weber will get the grab. Kenny running a bit late though. And oh my Jesus God, that arm was wild. And that is really unfortunate. That is very unfortunate there. Susan getting stuck in the old sub box. You hate to see it, but it happens. This is backyard baseball, and it will happen. Great hit by Luan there. A really good team by the Baltimore Orioles. I will say maybe a little bit low on power, but Keisha, Derek's having a rough game here. Yeah, I feel like Keisha left a little bit late there on first. But the Orioles are on the board. And it's time for the White Sox. Currently 2-0. They do have some power. They've got Susan. Cheryl can. Cheryl certainly can. See what Derek decides to do here. That's a big hit. It's not going to go over. Tony will get to it. That's 4 high right there. Safe hands there by Tony. Tony lacking slightly in speed, but 5 speed is reasonable. It's reasonable. I think even on an outfielder, it's not terrible. Ideally, you want at 6. I feel like 6 speed is kind of the, the sweet spot. You want to be around there, but 5 is definitely usable. Ashley Weber up next. The Weber's basically used for more defensive duties than offensive duties, but they can get on base. They do have the 6 speed. Not great power, but certainly enough to get from the bases. That is... Oh, I thought that was going to be a pop-up. Ashley Weber on 2 strikes. Tried it. Randolph keeping the score down. The Orioles may be going into the second inning here, 1-0 up. Assuming Wandolph doesn't walk Ashley here. Solid hit, line drive. Ernie drops it. Unfortunate there by Ernie. Ernie also has a 4 height. Should be a solid arm. I mean, solid arm. Should be a solid catcher there. Got unlucky. Sherrill up next. Big hitting potential here from Sherrill. Would I have swung? Maybe. Foul ball there from Sherrill. Good strike. Good strike. I thought that would have been an easy catch. I thought it would have been an easy catch for that one. To send that. But it didn't happen. Solid line. Straight off to Jorge. There's a lot. And I mean, there is a lot of height on this Orioles team. Timmy's up. Timmy's got a bit of power to him too. Timmy's at that awkward power point where you're like, it's a bit too low to be going power, but he's also got enough about him that he's going to be a bit too slow for going line. I feel like I have a couple of players like that. 1-0 going into the second inning here. The Baltimore Orioles, Mr. Clanky is up. Mr. Clanky always has a lot of success. Sydney not going to get there. Fumbles it. Timmy's going to pass it over to Lulu. Ernie's up. Not in Steel Stadium here, so this is unbuffed Ernie. And that's a pop for Nicky or Lulu. That's a great catch. That is a hell of a play. Really nicely done there. You love to see that. Nicky played out of his skin on that one. It's a great play. Jorge's got a nice bit of power to him. Again, kind of that awkward point, but 82, I believe. More than enough. That's going to be an out, I think. Yep. Lulu. Top left-hand corner. It's a hit, but it will be a foul. 2 strikes for Jorge. Going to be a foul. Bringing him back. Derek McCattery on first is interesting. That was a hell of a pitch. I had to look at that one twice. I was looking at that and I'm like, wait, that's a striker. Lulu. Hell of a pitch. You love to see it. Lulu's good. Lulu is good. She just gasses out pretty quick. I tend to find. Alright. The other Weber is now up. The crazy one. Solid line drive going up into the centre. That's got Cal written all over it. Cal is moving away from the ball. He's going to get it anyway. Because he's Cal. Because he's Cal. And Cal could catch a bomb mid-air. Alright, Susan is up now. Okay. Foul. Yeah, it's a foul. I would debate here for Susan. Am I walking Susan? Because Cheryl's already been. So I think that's worth considering. Going to be an out. Tried hugging that top left-hand corner. Wake off me, Wandolph. Wandolph. The glue. Good grounder. Wasn't meant to be a grounder. But it came out as a grounder. Ernie's going to pick that up all day long. Lulu, just going to have to go with the grounder here. See if she can't sprint herself over. Susan Gore, I believe, 7 speed? Off the top of my head. The biggest issue when you already have someone on first and using someone like Lulu with grounders is that second base becomes kind of an easy out. Not falling for that one. Lulu holding tight. It's a good hit. Lulu's going to sit tight. Susan Gore, of course, actually being out. I don't know what I was talking about there. Ernie took out Susan. But if Susan was there... Right, Jeff's up next. Good line drive where I tend to find Jeff. He's going for power. Again, possible. It's at that 80 mark. But Lulu is flying. Big arm by Clanky. Clanky's a monster. Clanky a catcher is evil work. So we're here, top of the third inning. Wandolph starting off. Lulu, still plenty of juice. Going in with the heater. And that's a strike. Wandolph. 1 strike in. Left hook. Another strike. Good pitch there, Lulu. Switching back over to the heater. Nicely done. If Lulu can get a safety juice, that'll really help. She's fine right now, but we have to think about the later innings, I think. No. That's okay. She's safe. She's fine for now. That's a big pop up there. Lulu. We'll get the out. We'll get the out anyway. Because Tracy does not have the speed. Alright, Kenny's up left. If we're talking about people who do have some speed, Kenny is that guy. 8 speed, of course, on Lofton. Kenny's choosing not to swing for that one. Lulu. Some of these pitches are crazy. Like that is another one. That is an insane pitch. That's debatable. Going for it. Yeah, I mean, it'll do it. But, juice. This is... Right. Nope. Pause moment. Right. So, in that scenario there, my question mainly would be, yes, you get the big freeze. It's 2 strikes, 2 outs. You know, get rid of them for that inning. That's cool and all. But with someone like Lulu especially, where you also need her to be aggressive, using up that much juice for something that potentially you can just get out by pitching, is that worth it? If she got a juice from that, absolutely. But you're kind of playing the odds game then. I feel like playing it safe and just not using a power pitch there. So I don't think that was 100% necessary. But listen, it works so far. We'll see if that takes effect at any point later in the match. But I'm also not a big fan of power pitches in general, so take it with a pinch of salt. Some people love using power pitches. Just not for me. Alright, Jeff's up next. Tricky one. Tricky one to predict that. I think I would have went for it. But I go for... I swing too much. That was a good weed. I would have swung for that as well. Alright, Wandolph. 1 strike. 1 ball on Jeff. Big hit. Big hit on Jeff. That isn't going to be over. Tony should get to it. Yeah, good catch. Tony's reliable. Good catcher, Tony. You love to see it. Nicky up next. Nicky actually has good bat, right? He's a good bat as well. Doesn't he have like 87 bat? Power? I'm calling it bat. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All day. I heard that one. Oh, Keisha's not going to get to it. But you know what? That could have been an out. That definitely could have been an out right there.
Did he just drop the ball?
The circus is in town. There we go, we got it.
Derek McHattery.
Alright, Derek is up.
Time out.
Just the one out. We're going to have a switch around here. On the side of Meeky. What do I switch here? I do keep Keisha there.
Some excitement with Ernie Steele pitching.
Ernie at pitch. Okay. Different.
Pitch on the way.
I will have a look at the end of this game. Some of the pitching stats for Wandolph and Ernie. Both of these I'm not really familiar with on a pitching front. I don't believe Ernie has any good pitching stats, right? I think Randolph might. Ernie, I'm not sure about, but we'll see. We'll look into it when the game officially ends. Derek struggling on the mound here. Or the batter's box, or whatever you want to call it. As you can tell, very much a fan of backyard baseball, not a fan of actual baseball. My terminology, it's not great. Alright, Ernie, let's do it. Slow ball, down the middle. Love it. 2 outs. This is a close game. Not a big, like, exciting, loads of home runs, crazy game, but good defensive. I think the pitching's been solid from both. I think the thing about Meeky here that has to be taken into account is I don't believe he's got strong pitches at all. But this has been good pitch work. Ashley will send it. Ernie could get a double here. Cal's going to get it. Doesn't need a double because there's 2 outs. Read the room. Alright. Back over to the Orioles. Lulu's... yeah, Lulu's still fine for juice. Good heater there on Lulu. Left hook. That'll be in as well. Might be a quick 1-2-3 against Cal here. Oh, nope. Nicely done. Cal, been quiet. Cal's been very quiet. He's been catching, he's been doing his fielding work, but on the aggression, nobody's really been acting too crazy. Nicky's had 1 good shot. Really, at the moment, it's been an error that's decided the whole thing. And there's not a whole lot that Meeky could have done about that. Not Meeky. There's not a lot that Nick could have done about that. Quick 1-2-3. Tony is gone. Lulu is on a tear. She really is. Lulu is really showing her worth here. Keisha is up. Keisha can hit. Can really hit. Especially on Parks. She gets a good hit on that ball. Like that. It's not bad. It's not going to be enough to get out. Ashley, somebody, Cheryl. Nice teamwork. Cheryl's going to get it. That's a great outfield. Both Webbers and Cheryl. You love to see that. Alright, Cheryl up next. Bottom of the 4th. Without knowing exactly why Ernie is currently the pitcher, I'm going to assume Wandolph is starting to juice. I will check out some of these pitching attributes and stats at the end of this game. In fact, we'll have a little look together. It's not a bad hit there by Cheryl. It's a big pop-up, but... don't bump into each other. It should be nice and safe. Oh my god. Very unfortunate. Kenny spilling it. There's been a couple of those this game. There's been a couple of like really good defenders who really should be catching. Just having their moment. Just not managing to do it. I'm not gonna lie, I felt some oomph on that Timmy swing there.
He's set. Fire.
Meeky is doing an excellent job here with Ernie.
Takes the stretch. He throws it.
It's low.
That did
Nice bait out. You love to see that. Timmy is gone. That's one out. Bottom of the fourth. Score still 1-0 to the Orioles. And Sydney is up next. Sydney, of course, being slightly slower than her sister because Sydney's the one wearing the ankle bracelet.
here's the windup and the delivery.
I'm kidding, they're the same speed. Oh, that is a hell of a hit. That is a good line drive. Keisha! Keisha loves that. Takes them all day. Ooh, Cal spilled, but it's fine. Shake it off, Cal.
Losing score.
Alright, Susan is up. We are on 2 outs. Susan is very scary in this situation. That is going to be an easy out. Or an easy ball, shall I say.
He's ready now. And the offering.
Good strike.
Runner on first.
Good strike. I fouled that one.
He's ready now. The 1-1 pitch.
Nice read. This is one of those moments. Can be decided when the score's this low. And there's already someone on base too. Nice. Nice bait out.
And the count is 2-2.
2 strikes. This could be big.
The target goes up. A 2-2 pitch.
Ernie's going for the hook. Not terrible. Ernie should get there if Jorge doesn't. Neither get there.
Easy play for him.
Wow. Okay. And that opens things up a little bit. Now it's interesting.
Now,
See, Lulu. See, this is what I mean. Because of that power pitch draining the juice a little bit.
for you, Teddy.
If Lulu doesn't get on base here,
Into the motion. Pitch on the way.
kills off the inning.
Swing. Strike one.
That'd be worth.
On first.
That would be worth.
2 out. He's set. Fire.
Currently still 1-0 to the Orioles.
Swing.
That is solid, Jorge. Yep. Great catch, Jorge.
That's an out. And the fourth.
There's so much height.
2 left on. The White Sox are behind.
There's a lot of height on Meeky's team. Jesus. Tony, Clanky, Ernie, Jorge. Clanky's a free height, right? I think Clanky's a free height. Speaking of, Lulu back to full juice, actually, surprisingly.
Low ball 1. 1-1.
Clanky, very dangerous in this situation, I think. Clanky's another one.
And the delivery. Fouled one back.
Another foul. 2 strikes now on Clanky. At the top of the 5th.
Baseball. Into the windup. The 1-2 pitch. And another bat.
Alright, strike out. Lulu taken out. Clanky. Clankles takes a seat. Ernie's been fantastic this game. I know 0-1 batting wise, not great, but he's unbuffed Ernie. He's not going to be great at batting. But the jobs he's been asked to do, he's done well.
Oh, man. And the count is 0-1. I love playing baseball.
Lulu, left hook,
And the throw.
bottom right. I'm swinging.
Swing.
Yep, nice.
And make.
Oh, Lulu, okay. That's a hell of a catch.
Here comes Jorge Garcia.
Lulu's not built for that, but she did what she needed to do. You love to see that. 1-2 outs. Hoy up next. I thought Lulu was going to grab a fireball there. I was going to say that's... Jesus, calm down.
That won't do it all. 2 out. Here's the motion and the delivery.
That's a good hit. That could be out. We're looking for it. Sydney might get on... That's a hell of a catch. That's a Weber.
That'll send him back.
She's crazy. She's a nutcase. She's on medication. Lots of medication. Making the catch. Nicely worked, Sydney.
Step back well and pass.
If Sydney's not there, I think that goes over. Just. I think it hits the fence and bounces out.
The stretch and delivered.
Oh, I don't like that pitch. Got away with it. Got away with it. Bottom of the 5th now. Still 1-0. Ernie picking his moment here. Slow ball. It's going to bounce, should be easy enough to get over. Yeah. Jorge going to grab that all day long. Nicky up next. Nicky's got that batting potential. So, and I think this game is going to be one of those. If it doesn't finish 1-0, you know, you've got that one good homer that I think is going to be the decider here. That's a good hit. That's a very good hit. Tony should get there. Doesn't get there. Unfortunate. Tony, I think, definitely probably could have got there on that one. But not the end of the world yet. Certainly not the end of the world yet. Nicky, not the fastest in the world. I think he's a 5-speed. He's not 4-speed. I think he's a 5. Good pitch by Ernie. Trying to think what the best idea is for Derek. I think if you go grounder, Nicky's out. I think you have to go line. Alright, nicely done. Ernie's been playing out of his skin in this pitcher's mound. I will say, dare I say, regardless of how this game ends, I might have to give MVP to Ernie. Because he's been asked to do a lot here, and he's done really well. Really well. Excuse me. Good strike. Ashley. Sitting tight. 1 strike here at the bottom of the 5th. Not great. Should be a double. Yeah, love that. Doesn't need to be a double, but it could have been. But it could have been. So, we're here. Meeky up to bat. 1-0 ahead. He really needs a safety homer. Get him to 2, because he's doing the job on the pitcher's side. Get him to 2. Gives him a nice little safety cushion, just to, you know, just to play it safe. If he plays, if he gets to 2, gets to the bottom of the 6th, and then just walks Susan and walks Cheryl, he's got enough defensive players that I think he'll be fine. But I would definitely take, at this point, I'd definitely start taking up walking. Not bad. Wandolph fighting here. Not a whole lot you can do with Wandolph, to be honest. Yeah, it's not bad. That's about as good as you can ask, I think. Sydney will get under it. It's a little bit close. Yeah. I was going to say a little bit close. Could have done with moving a little bit further back there. But not the end of the world. Lulu's going to die. There you go. Cool. Really unfortunate batting lineup here for Meeky, though. Wandolph, Tracy. I imagine it's going to go back to Kenny. Which, unfortunately, yes, Kenny can line drive, 8 speed, can definitely do his bits around the mound. Unfortunately, he's got Wandolph on first. So he's going to lose Wandolph, I think, regardless here. Lulu's fishing for a good pitch here. Nicely done. Good bait, that. Good bait. The pitches have been great this match. The batters have been a bit underwhelming, but that's partly because the pitches have just been that good. They haven't had a lot of opportunities. Good strike. One strike on Kenny. 2 strikes. Lulu putting in work here. See, in that scenario, didn't matter because he just did it naturally. But he got a fireball there. There's no other inning for him, so. Alright, Cal, gonna finish this up. Ah, not bad. Sydney won't get there, I don't think. Gets there enough. Randolph doesn't have the speed. So, 1-0. Not a huge amount of hits here. So Nick is on his last inning. Nick has a good batting order here. Let's have a little score back here, just so we can have a little look at that batting order for the final inning. Cheryl, Timmy, Sydney. 2 solid line drivers. Cheryl, of course. Cheryl can do bits. 3 solid line drivers. Get one of them on base, and I believe you have Susan. That's the path for Nick to win here. That is a hell of a hit. All day, Keisha. Overextended. Overextended on that one. Cheryl isn't going to get there. Oh, got a bit lucky on that one. Got a bit lucky on that one. 2 spills. Well, a spill and just a little bit of overextension there with Keisha. Not the end of the world yet, but Cheryl is dangerous on the old, on the bases. Good hit by Timmy. You got to grab it. Doesn't grab it. Oh, the speed's just not there. Kenny. Oh, you hate to see that. Don't move. Just sit tight. Yep. If you're Meeky there, you just have to sit tight. This really opens things up here. Because Sydney is now... it's not Sydney. Susan is now guaranteed. But Sydney can also do a sick line drive. There's runs to be had here. Meeky, from being 1-0 up, could be in trouble now. Unfortunate. Very close game, this. But Ernie is going to have to play out of his skin, I think, to get Meeky out of this situation here. That's a great line drive. Kenny, you need to catch that. You don't catch that. It's done. Good grab. Now you can do about Cheryl. Alright, Susan is up. This could be the decider right here. This right here could be the decider. Ernie needs to strike out. Even a good line drive here is enough to end the game. Big hit. That is high. That is wide. That is gone. All day. Nick takes this game 3-1 with a home run by none other than Susan Gore. Susan Gore, of course, being the Ken Griffey Jr. clone. What a close game. Very close game. Not the most exciting game in the world. You know, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Not the most exciting game in the world. Not a huge amount of hits, but some great pitching work there. And that is backyard baseball for you. That last inning there is key backyard baseball. A couple of little errors. Keisha overextending a little bit. Tracy spilling the ball there on second. And all of a sudden you've got 2 people on base. If you're ahead by 1 inning, or even 2 innings, to be honest, even 3 innings it can be. It's not a big safety cushion. So I think that was very close. What I'm going to do is, I said I was going to, because I think it's important that I check. I want to look at the Little League teams here. I'm going to go over to not Malbon. I'm going to look over to Meeky, and I will look at Ernie. Okay, so let me share this. Screen capture. Let's have a look at... Hang on a second. Let's have a look at this. So, if we have a look here, if you look at Ernie, or even Randolph, I think week 4... I was going to say, I was almost certain Ernie is not... He's not a pitcher. He is not a natural pitcher. And to be honest, neither is Randolph. So he is struggling to have a pitcher. Tony can pitch, but you really don't want him to be the pitcher. I feel like that's a waste. Same for Kenny. Same for Keisha, really. Week 4, what I will say for Meeky, get yourself a pitcher. If you have to sack off... And it's a shame because all of these players here, literally all 6 of these, are really good. I'd get rid of Tracy. If I'm honest, technically I'd get rid of Randolph, but there's not a huge amount of great pitchers in that round 9 position. Although you are the Little League. Do you know what? Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. Let me switch this to Season 6. Little League. Season 6. Season 6. Little League Draft. Let's have a look here. So, you have Tracy Hoban, who is down here somewhere. Where's Tracy? Tracy, where are you? Tracy, you're not up there with Barb. Let's calm down. There's Tracy. So, if I was Meeky, and again, I keep doing this, and keep in mind these are just suggestions. This is not like leveled in 100% what you should do. I'd recommend getting rid of Tracy. I know she's got good arm, but you have enough big height, competent players as is. I think you can afford to lose a bit of arm, and I think I go Dominic. You can go Dominic. There's also some available players up here. Like who is up here that is like worth considering? Colleen and Chad. Don't let that. I mean, that one contact seems rough, but listen, that is still good arm. The speed is better than Tracy. The batting is enough to get some line drive potential. Yes, you know, you are sacrificing arm a little bit, but not enough that it really matters. Like, this is really strong. Colleen or Chad would be really strong in this situation. On the flip side, who else have we got? We've got Eris or Lowell. Yeah, I mean, Lowelei's not terrible. She's really struggling for arm, but that is not bad. Get the 86 heater. Stamina, that's an issue. But don't you also have Cal? I believe you also have Cal, so obviously you have to take that into account. So while 19 stamina is still not good in the slightest, it's an option, right? It is definitely an option. But that's just what I'd maybe do. Just a thought. Anyway, really good match. Really close match, incredibly close. And I will look forward to commentating on your other games. I am free. Like I said, just DM me a recording and I'll happily commentate it. Until then, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next game. Thanks for watching, guys.